Mingalabar Kamya, I'm Angus Watson with the top stories for DVB. 69 students jailed at Tharrawaddy in central Burma walked free today after a year locked up. Charges against them were dropped on Friday as a year of stuttering court proceedings finally ended. The students were among over 100 arrested and jailed at Letparan, Pegu Division last year as police turned to violence to end months of education reform protests. Students spent Friday waiting to hear if the state prosecutor would can charges, including sedition and causing public alarm, or whether they'd have to go back to prison. Supporters chanted inside and outside the courtroom as an agonising day-long wait ended in joy for the young activists. Meanwhile, hundreds were freed from jails across Burma on Friday morning, but just one political prisoner was among them. Tharrawaddy was jailed for protesting without permission 4 months ago. Expectant crowds congregated at the gates of prisons across Burma after an announcement by Aung San Suu Kyi yesterday afternoon. The National League for Democracy leader pledged to release all prisoners of conscience as soon as possible, but it's not as simple as a unilateral decision, with a tangled judicial process disappointing friends and families of those in jail. On his release today, Tharrawaddy urged the instant release of those jailed for their political beliefs. After blowing out in 2014, Burma's trade deficit has remained stable over the past 12 months. Government data shows Burma imported $15 billion worth of goods this financial year, while the country's exports were valued at just $10 billion. Some economists expected a larger dip in outgoing trade after rains and landslides rocked Burma's agricultural sector mid-year. Trade in February alone totaled well over $1 billion in exports for a deficit of nearly $190 million. Water festival fever is descending on Burma ahead of 10 days of holiday madness and religious reflection. Main streets across the country will turn into giant water fights, while for Buddhist devotees, it means solemn reflection in the country's golden pagodas. A dry spell has authorities on edge ahead of festivities. They've asked revellers to tone down the splashing in efforts to save water. While the festivities might not be as wet as previous years, everyone across Burma is sure to be soaking up the fun. You can find more on all of today's top stories at dvb.no. Bye for now.